阿弥陀佛，大家好。请大家呢，记得要将你们的手机调为震动或者关机。也请大家要保持6尺的距离，谢谢。阿弥陀佛，大家好，提醒大家一下，请大家要保持6尺的距离，谢谢。 会开始，与会大众请起立，恭迎真佛宗创办人、无上法王根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛、师母莲香上师，请大家虔诚合掌，唱诵莲花童子心咒。一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，二拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，四平等一起手。我们现在恭请师尊师母与孙的弟子 say hi 打招呼，所有的弟子们跟师尊一起问候师尊师母。 现在恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
Today here at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, the founder of True Buddha School, our lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sheng, is presiding over Raga Raja Homa fire offering ceremony. We invited His Holiness to take the Homa throne, and now we are also inviting Simu Vaja Master Lien Sheng and the Rinpoche, all the Dharma Masters, Venerables, and participants to please take the seats.
请教授师法师上座，请讲师、助教和我们善信大德就座。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛加持助其者报名表格。
Inviting His Holiness to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants.
敬献哈达，与会大众虔诚合掌。The
offering of Hatha. Let's join our palms with reverence, and we are inviting Vajra Master Sidianzi to represent all of us to present the offering of Hatha to the Lineage Guru as a symbol of the highest honor. Visualize true Buddha lineage. Namo Vairukana Buddha, Namo Buddha Lokana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Lien Sheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Root Guru Mantra 7 times. Perform the visualization of the four immeasurables on your right, ancestors and relatives from the father side, on your left from the mother side. friends and teachers behind you, enemies and karmic creditors in front of you, and all sentient beings around you, together practicing Tantric Dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Wake up call. Is that purification mantras and the Earth Deity mantra. Is that invocation mantra. We sincerely invoke Namo, our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sheng. Namo, White Maha Padma Kumara. Namo, Lotus Light Self Mastery Buddha. Namo, True Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Raga Raja. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Raga Raja. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Raga Raja. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jet Pond. Namo Five Dhyani Buddhas. True Buddha School 8 Primary Deities. Namo Yamantaka. Namo Akalanata. Namo 4 Heavenly Kings. Namo Sima Bodhisattva. Rainbow Temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakanis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the Seattle Lizang Temple, at the Tactic Contour, and at the South Mountain Retreat. Rainbow Temples, Mountain God, Earth God, Water God, Plant God, Wind God, Heavenly Fire God, Dragon Gods, all divinities as well as the City God, to please radiate light and bless this Homa. Create homage using visualization, first to Root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground. Release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground. Release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground. Release the mudra. Fourth Hepa. Great mandala offering. Form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering about the lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, Namo Raga Raja, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Mount Meru, 4 continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to allow for civilization. Fourfold refuge, visualize our lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, Sangha jewel, to form bright white light to empower us. Reset the mantra.
Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammoye, Namo Sankhaye, Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammoye, Namo Sankhaye. 做披甲护身，
armor protection. Form Vajraklaps Mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times.
Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali, Om Bodhilanjali. Gong Qing 法王圣尊莲生活佛做诸名加持。
Invite His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sung to perform blessings with mala. Gong Qing 法王圣尊莲生活佛金刚领除结界加持报名。 Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial demarcation to bless the registration forms, Homa cards, and all the offerings with Vajra bell and scepter. Please stand up and join our palms. And with reverence, we are inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the Homa fire pit, to set ceremonial demarcation around it, to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enrichments, magnetization, subjugation, and bardo deliverance. Let us all recite the Hat mantra of Raga Raja. inviting His Holiness to return to the Dharma throne. Inviting Simu Vaja Master Lian Xiang to please take the seat. Inviting Rinpoche and all the Dharma Masters to please take the seats. Inviting all the venerables, participants, please return to your seats. During this time, you may perform Homa visualization and continue to recite the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, Raga Raja. It's said that mantras are principal deities in Incan Buddha myth.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Panamo Linkoling Soha. Om Ha 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 Wei Samoye Soha. Om Jali Juli Junhi Soha. Om Jambara Chalang Chalaye Soha. Om A Hom Beta Guru Bema Siti Hom Se. Om A Hom Guru Be A Sa Samaha Dien Shen Siti Hom. Deata Om Bekajia Bekajia. Maha Bekajia Raja Samo Kate Soha. 南无36万亿110万9千5百同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿110万9千5百同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿110万9千5百同名同号阿弥陀佛。
Recite the supplication to the Buddha to stay in samsara. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the virtuous and marvelous Tantrika, all Buddhas of the 10 directions, compassionate Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, and Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The nights are long, the 3 poisons are proliferating. My body and soul are streaking, tumbling in the misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness came to this world to salvage the deluded ones. 3 jewels emanate wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, human and those in heavens, rely on His Raja body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of Buddha plead that you stay in the Sahara to turn the Dharma wheel, to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. To Buddha's school disciples wholeheartedly pray to the main deity of Homa today. Namo Raga Raja. By your remarkable power of love, purification, and enrichments, please protect our lineage Guru with great spirit and energy, great health, untouched by any illnesses, harmonious love and respect all around, ample worldly resources, compassion showered upon sentient beings, and please stay in samsara to turn the Dharma wheel, to deliver the sentient beings forever and ever, for a long time. Now we are inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the great Ragaraja. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the great Ragaraja. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the great Ragaraja. Vairukana Buddha entering into Samantabhadra Bodhisattva and emanated into Ragaraja. 5 Dhyani Buddhas, Dharma Prince Vajrasattva emanated to the great Ragaraja. We pray that you radiate light all over. By your bright red light, please guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha land. By your red, bright light, please radiate upon all disciples with love, respect, and harmony. By your red, bright light, please eradicate our karmic sicknesses and coronavirus. By your red, bright light, please bestow the great harmony, love, and respect, and the perfect, great harmony, middling harmony, and small harmony. Please bless us with ample resources. Please bless us with omnipresent wisdom. Please bless us so that we benefit from our spiritual cultivation. Please bless us so that we gain spiritual union swiftly. Vairocana Buddha entered into Samantabhadra Bodhisattva's heart and emanated the great Ragaraja, the Dharma Prince of the five Dhyani Buddhas. Vajrasattva emanated the great Ragaraja. Hum. That's hum. Ra. May all of our wishes be accomplished soon. May our spiritual cultivation swiftly have attainments. May all spiritual unions occur soon. Achieved. The great Ragaraja and gods in heavens, gods on earth, may be far from all calamities. May all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted in perfection. May all enemies and enmities disappear. May the coronavirus disappear. May karma disappear.
One.
Recite 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
这种没把握，苏多开运没把握，苏波开运没把握，阿努拉都没把握，沙瓦西迪没布拉耶查，沙瓦伽玛苏扎没吉达姆西尼人古鲁吼。哈哈哈哈呵，巴嘎文萨瓦，达哈嘎达，贝扎玛咪文查，贝泽巴瓦玛哈萨玛呀，萨多阿吽佩，吽贝泽萨多萨玛呀，玛鲁巴那呀，贝泽萨多德鲁巴利查，这种没巴瓦，苏多开运没巴瓦，苏波开运没巴瓦，阿努拉都没巴瓦，沙瓦西迪没布拉呀查。沙瓦伽玛苏扎美吉达姆西利人古鲁吼，哈哈哈哈呵，巴嘎文萨瓦，达他嘎达，贝扎玛咪门查，贝泽巴瓦玛哈萨玛呀，萨多阿吽佩，吽贝扎萨多萨玛呀，玛鲁巴那呀，贝扎萨多德鲁巴利查，这种没巴瓦，苏多开运没巴瓦，苏波开运没巴瓦。阿努拉都没把握，沙瓦西迪没布拉耶查，沙瓦伽玛苏扎美吉达姆西利人古鲁吼，哈哈哈哈呵，巴卡文萨瓦，达他嘎达，贝扎玛咪门查，贝泽巴瓦玛哈萨玛呀，萨多阿吽佩。
Great homage using visualization for student guru and all Buddhas.
Om A Hom 观想定义，回天心善意，200诸菩萨。Om
Second to all Bodhisattvas.
观想定义，回天心善意，300诸护法金刚。Om
Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors.
回天心善意，是平等的气手。念圆满咒
Recite completion mantra.
Om Ring Om Mani Padme Hum。让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢法王圣尊。
Now, let's give the greatest round of applause to our lineage Guru for presiding over the Raga Raja Homa fire offering ceremony. Now, let us all join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. First, let's pay homage to the lineage Gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Thubten Dorji. Homage to the 3 jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the great Ragaraja, Simu, Tansen Katso, Tutten Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma teachers, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
听得起来，让我讲话。
I would like to announce for next Sunday on November 15th at 3 p.m. there would be the founder of Tantric Buddhism, Vajrasattva Homa fire offering ceremony. Vajrasattva. So he's the Dharma Prince of the five Dhyani Buddhas. So he's the representative of Vajradhara. That's Vajrasattva, the mantra. Which is the short mantra of the 100-syllable mantra. The mudra, both hands in a fist and then cross in front of the chest. And one of Vajrasattva's hands is holding a Vajra bell near the leg, and then the other hand is holding a Vajra scepter vertical in front of the chest. Typically, it's like this. He holds them like this. Vajra bell. And Vajra scepter this way. Everybody know. I remember when Grandmaster at my guru's place, he bestowed a statue of Vajrasattva upon me, and he placed it in a box. And when he bestowed it upon me, he said, "This is the patriarch of all Tantric Buddhism." The founder of all Tantric Buddhism. And then the Guru joined his palms together. This is the founder, Vajrasattva. So Vajrasattva is the representative of Vajradhara. The Vajradhara, or the Vajra holder. That's the Homa next Sunday. And today we perform Ragaraja Homa. And when I dedicated the merit, Vairocana Buddha entered into the heart of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, and from the heart of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Ragaraja was emanated. And I also said that Vajrasattva transformed into Ragaraja. Actually, both of them are the same. We all know that Samantabhadra Bodhisattva in Mahayana Buddhism is the same as Vajrasattva in Tantric Buddhism. So Vajrasattva emanated Ragaraja, and the other one is Vairocana Buddha entered into the heart of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, and from the heart emanated Ragaraja. So in Japanese Tantrayana, it's very widespread. So Ragaraja is very popular in Japanese Tantrayana. When you go to Japanese tantric temples, you would be able to see two deities that always appear. One of them is Akalanata. Akalanata. That's Akalanata, Akalanata's mantra. And the other one is Ragaraja. Hom, Zazi, Hom, Ro. Hom, Zazi, Hom, Ro. Ragaraja is very remarkable, very special. He's red, he's a magnetizing deity. And the mudra also very special. That means it's being touched by love, the mudra. And he is seated on a lotus blossom. And the lotus blossom is blossoming from a nectar vase. And he is seated on top of the lotus. He's very unique. He looks wrathful, but Ragaraja is a love deity, most popular in Japan. There are many Dharma practices related to Ragaraja. Grandmaster had talked about this before. I remember it was Master Lien Teng. When he presided over this ceremony, and I gave the transmission and exposition of Ragaraja. And Master Lien Teng spoke for a very long time because his script was very long. So he continued talking and talking, and Master Lien Miao told him, "It's enough. Stop." And he said, "I don't know how to stop." Master Lien Teng said he didn't know how to stop, and he continued to talk. And Master Lien Miao kept reminding him, "Enough, enough. Time is up." And he couldn't stop and continued. And Master Lien Miao went up again and told Master Lien Teng, "You continue to talk and Grandmaster would have no time to talk about it." So therefore, finally, I rushed through the Dharma transmission. That's what happened. Master Lien Teng was really fun. He did not know how to stop because he hadn't finished reading his scripts. This is about Ragaraja. Prior to the Dharma teaching, I would like to start with a joke. Because I was in a bad mood, I had a drink with friends. And I took my cell phone and checked my contact, and all I saw are strange names. I did not know who to call. I felt really bad, so I cried all night. And the second day I woke up, and then I realized the cell phone belonged, it's not mine. So I cried all night. What did the joke say? It indicated that the cell phones can help people, but sometimes the cell phones can also harm people. Lots of things have the positive side and the negative side. When there's a positive side, there's always the negative side. Last night, we talked about Tantric Buddhism. Tantric Buddhism is to help people and to let people attain Buddhahood very swiftly, very quickly. However, if you encounter a fake guru, and you thought you encountered an authentic guru, but actually it was fake. It was a phony guru. So this kind of guru can harm people. Like what we talked about last night. You don't know whether he's a real guru or a fraud or fake one. Maybe all he wanted is about money and fame. So his own reputation and fames, and then the privileges and benefits. Then you try to cheat sentient beings. So they are authentic living Buddhas. Then, if there is an authentic living Buddha, then there would be a fake living Buddha too. Where there is an authentic guru, there should also be a fraud or fake guru too. So in this world, when there is a real or authentic thing, there is also a fake or fraudulent thing. Therefore, every single being should learn, should gain wisdom, enhance wisdom, your wisdom. Once you have wisdom, then you would not be tricked or cheated. It's very easy to see through a fake guru. A fake guru cares about his fame and benefits. He put great importance on his own fame and name, as well as his own benefits and privileges. Therefore, we should have wisdom and not to be tricked or cheated by them. Question from Malaysia. Lian Hua Heng Fu. Beloved Grandmaster, Grandmaster once wrote in your book that at below navel of every human being there is a coil like a baby. It can radiate light above to respond to the 5-colored rainbow light, to the middle, to the 3 colors of red, white, and blue of a human body, and below to the 5 elements of the great earth. It can move up to the brow point. The light can move and accumulate. It can make one to achieve the look of a compassionate face or wrathful appearance of a Heruka. Only then one is considered to be a sadhaka of a true Buddha school. My question is, 1. What does this baby of a coil below the navel refer to? 2. How do we move it to the brow point? Please kindly advise Amitabha. I wrote this in Grandmaster's book number 45, The Meditation to Achieve Clear Light Radiance. The title is Lively Soul. The author will open the Dharma door of True Buddha School today. In order to achieve the clear light radiance of meditation, one must first practice until our Kundalini at the place below the navel where there is a coil which looks like a baby, which can emit celestial light above to respond to the 5-colored rainbow light, to the middle to the 3 colors of white, red, and blue lights of a human body, and below to the 5 elements of the great earth. It can move up to the brow point area. The light can move and accumulate, and it can make one to achieve the look of a compassionate face or a wrathful appearance of a Heruka. Only then one is considered to be a true sadhaka of true Buddha school. So that was an excerpt from my book number 45, The Meditation to Achieve Clear Light Radiance, on an article, The Lively Soul, or Original Soul. A baby being born, that is at the Dharma Generation Palace. His first question, what does this baby of coil below the navel refer to? It refers to the Life Generation Palace. The Life Generation Palace. How do we move this baby to the brow point? And what does this baby refer to? It refers to the inner fire inside the Life Generation Palace, or Tumo. And how do you transport the inner fire to the brow point? We all know. Use the breathing method. First, you ignite the inner fire in 10 breathings, in 10 breaths. It would reach the navel, and from navel, another 10 breaths to reach the heart chakra, another 10 breaths to reach the throat chakra, another 10 breaths to reach the brow chakra. The outer appearance of a Heruka and the inner abiding of bodhicitta. So inwardly, it's a bodhisattva, and outwardly, you show the form of a Vajra or Heruka. That's for Tantric Buddhism. So what is the baby below the navel? That is the inner fire inside the Life Generation Palace. And where is that located at? It's 4 finger widths below navel. That is the place. How can we transport the baby to the brow point? You use your mind. You use your qi. So when we talk about Lamdre, we often mention about the union of the mind and the qi. So you use your mind and you use the qi that you have practiced through breathing practice. Complete breathing. And you use pumping to ignite the inner fire and transport the inner fire to the brow point. That is the method. When I wrote that book, The Meditation to Achieve Clear Light Radiance, I was talking about 4 finger width below navel. There is a coil that looks like a baby. That's the inner fire. Above, to respond to the 5-colored rainbow light. and to the middle of the three colors of white, red, and blue of a human body, and below to the five elements of the great earth. It can move up to the brow point area, and the light can move and accumulate. Now you understand.
马来西亚沙巴州
From Malaysia, Sabah, Yang Chu Fan.
阿弥陀佛，弟子请师尊指导。
Amitabha, Grandmaster, please teach.
是人体的四大因素：地、水、火、风。
The four elements are empty refers to the four major elements of the body, i.e. the earth, water, fire, and wind. If they are empty, then the body disintegrates and returns to emptiness. This is my shallow understanding, because I want to enter Samadhi. Yet the six thieves give rise to the six dust. So sometimes it's difficult to be in meditation. Then all of a sudden, I thought of treating the six thieves to become empty, and then the six thieves are killed. Is this the correct thought? Thank you, Grandmaster, for your teaching. Om Guru Lien Seng Siddhi Hong. We often say the four elements are empty, and which are the four elements? Buddhism always say about the four elements are empty. Which four elements are they?
是讲九色财气。现在那个莲花上是讲四大皆空，是九色财气。
But in Buddhism, the four elements, the four grades actually are wine, sex, wealth, and qi. That's for the mundane people. Any other? But the four major elements of the body is earth, water, fire, and wind. Yang Chu Fan. The six thieves are the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Those are the six thieves. But how come he said it's vision, hearing, smelling, and talking? Did you ever hear that? So this question is questionable. The six thieves are the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. But he put in parentheses here that the six thieves are seeing, hearing, smelling, and talking. Seeing is the eye, hearing is the ear, smelling is the nose, and talking the tongue. But he skipped the other two, body and mind, thinking, their thoughts. Oh, so please raise your hands. The four bigs are the drink, sex, wealth, and qi of the mundane world. And the four bigs of the body, earth, water, fire, and wind. Which ones? Please raise your hand if the four bigs refer to drink, sex, wealth, and qi. Nobody. If it refers to the earth, water, fire, and wind, please raise your hands. So, okay, we talk about the earth, water, fire, and wind. The earth, water, fire, and wind of the whole world. That's too big. You just Google on, then you will get it. So there's a Chinese idioms. It's a Buddhist term. That the four bigs are empty, which means the whole world is empty, which is the waves empty, the heavens empty, the earth empty, and the human beings are empty. So all these big things are not related to self. So we can say it is related to the earth, water, fire, and wind. So the big Tao, heaven, earth, and human. Those are the four bigs. Humans is considered to be one of them. Oh, the more it talks, the more muddled we become. Okay, so let's talk about what this person was talking about. So the four bigs are empty, and to kill the six thieves. He said, is it okay to think of the four bigs are empty in order to kill the six thieves? The earth is empty, the water is empty, the fire is empty, and the wind is empty. They're all empty. Then can you achieve the killing of the six thieves of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind? It seems to be,
好像也不通。
but also not.
这是一个理论上的问题。
This is just conceptual.
我问一下活菩萨吧。
Let me ask the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
解决这件事情。
Let the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas resolve this problem.
用四大皆空来杀六劫，可以吗？他讲60分。
The score of 60,
刚好及格。
it's just barely passed.
能够用四大来杀六劫，那已经是很不简单的人。
If someone can kill the 6 thieves using the 4 pigs, that's already
眼睛不看，
incredible. In order to kill the 6 thieves is that your eyes don't see.
很迷人。
The cell phones can harm people because it's quite addictive. Some people
怎么天已经亮？
playing the cell phones until dawn. What? Day breaks already.
怎么？我看一下子而已。
I was just looking for time flies because it's quite addictive.
只是没有手机，
So Grandmaster has no smartphones.
你就不
Never
会手机
play the smartphones. Then you would not be
耳朵不听，
addicted by it. You don't see
就
it
不会被声音
and the ears don't hear,
把你迷掉。
then you would not be deluded by sounds and voices. And the nose doesn't smell.
就得到新冠病毒。
If you cannot smell anything anymore, then you get coronavirus. Then you've got coronavirus.
嗅觉没有了，
If your olfactory sense is gone,
香，
you cannot smell if it is smell good or
没
stinky,
有味觉，味道味觉也没有。
or if you have no more taste, sense of taste,
你的意念也不想，
and your mind
身
doesn't
体没
think,
有触，
and your body does not
那
touch,
个六节他就杀掉，
then the 6 thieves are killed already.
杀六节。
The arhats are also called the
杀六节。阿罗汉，
killer of the 6 thieves. In order to achieve arhatship, you have to kill the 6 thieves, which means your body and mind is completely unmoved.
也就可以避掉世间
If your body and mind are completely unmoved, then you can abandon
先杀。
everything in the mundane world.
所以我们关闭
If you want to renunciate the mundane world, first you want to close off
你就变
the 6 senses.
既然
Then you would become unmoved. Once you're unmoved, then you would be able to merge into the consciousness of the universe. Then you would have
你对
attainment.
任何一样的所迷，你就被
But if you are attached to any one thing, then you would be held in bondage. Then it would be extremely difficult for you to leave
活着
the Saha world or the rebirth cycle.
开始一定先讲一句话：
Every time the Buddha gave Dharma teaching, he would always say,
这世间是苦，
Bhikkhu, the world is suffering.
佛在开示的时候，每一次都先讲。
Every time before the Buddha gave Dharma teaching, he would always say this statement,
虽然
Bhikkhu,
得了
the world is suffering.
关掉这六节，
in order to leave behind suffering and gain happiness, you have to shut off the 6 thieves. That's the cultivation method of our hearts. Then, in order to do that, your eyes don't see, your ears don't hear, your nose doesn't smell, your tongue doesn't taste, your body does not touch, and your mind does not think. Then that would be samadhi. If you shut off the 6 thieves, then you would be able to enter samadhi. Then when you're in samadhi, you would be able to use your small mind to confirm, to match the big mind. So in order to enter samadhi, you have to kill the 6 thieves first. But if your mind is still moving, you cannot enter samadhi. If your eyes still see, like the example that I give, your eyes looks at the cell phones and you're addictive to the cell phone, it's impossible for you to renunciate and abandon the Saha world. So the question asked by Yang Chu Fan was answered by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, a score of 60. And Karen Master just taught that enter samadhi, kill the 6 thieves. First, your mind focuses and then transforms it into emptiness. When you still have thoughts, then you concentrate on the thoughts. And you use your thoughts to retract your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. You close your eyes, you close off your ears, your smelling, your tasting, your touching. You close off all those senses and you concentrate on the mind, and then you transform the mind into emptiness. That's the way to enter samadhi. So, that's to answer your question. From Singapore, Yanhua disciple. Master, I heard during your exposition on Lamdre, you talk about cha-cha, which is the eradication of karma using a small Buddhist statue. It just so happened that I came across the mold for this small statue. May I do this practice? Should I make 100 or 108 of statues or cha-cha? You also said that you should chant mantra, that we should chant mantra while making the statues. May I chant the short version of the 100 syllable mantras? And what should I do with them afterwards? Please advise. The so-called cha-cha means small Buddhist statue made of clay. In Tibet, many people make these small statues called cha-cha. I remember Kanchu Rinpoche made 2 little cha-chas and bestowed them upon Master Dubden Dorji. And they were Vajrapani and Vajravarahi. They were auctioned already, yes. Who got them? Zheng Mingchang. Two little statues by Kanzu Rinpoche, which transmitted them to Master Dubdan Torji, and that Master Dubdan Torji transmitted them to me, which I placed at the office of the Rainbow Temple, and then we auctioned them. And we cannot sell them because it would be tax. But auctions, no tax. So we have to say the right words. I never auction anything for myself. It is for the spiritual centers. Those were called chatas. Not the chata that we talk about from San Francisco. It's different chata. In Chinese characters, it's totally different characters. So this person had the mold for this small statue, chata, and wanted to make 100 or 108 of these little statues. And Grandmaster said, while making the statues, we have to chant mantra. And then what should I do with them afterwards? Tibetans, do you know where they would leave them? In the remote places, tops of the mountains, banks of rivers. After you perform the ritual using the chatas, then you place the chatas at the tops of the mountains or at the banks of rivers or remote places. What are they for? Only Master so you can chant the short version of 100 syllable mantra, which is the mantra of Vajrasattva, which is the Homa that we will have next Sunday. So you can make the statue while chanting. So whatever statue it is, based on your mold, then you recite that mantra. What kind of chatas is yours? You have to say it specifically. If it is Amitabha chata, or Amitabha small statue, or Avalokitesvara small statues, mold, and you made them from clays, and sometimes you add the bones or the ashes of sages or holy people, holy person, which is someone that has been practicing for a long time, and after being cremated, the ash or bones can be mixed into the clay to make the statues. And sometimes you can also use barley flour or wheat flour to make, or clay, to make these small statues. And some people even use plastics. That's fine too. And you mix them with the ash, bone ash of a holy person. And for Tibetans, after they finish their Dharma ritual, they place the small statues at the tops of the mountains or the wilderness is to connect the affinities with sentient beings to generate bodhicitta. And then you place them at the river banks. That's to create good affinity with sentient beings and generate bodhicittas. And in the future, these small statues would become people who are helpful or favorable to you. Grandmaster knows about this. Sometimes Tibetans use these small statues. They make tatas. If you go to Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, you would be able to buy these small statues on the streets. You can buy them. After you made the statues, then you can buy a little stall in Lhasa and people can buy from you. But most of the time, they place them in the wilderness or the peaks of the mountains because you have chanted mantras, so you connect affinities with sentient beings. And once you create good affinity with sentient beings, you would have many people that are favorable and helpful to you. The wife asked the husband, I don't understand. All the people who chased after me, they were all richer than you. But how come I wanted to marry you? And the husband replied, because a poor man is more caring than the rich man. At least more caring for your figure. Because being with you, you would never worry about your bust line. So what does it mean, this joke? So which means because he's so poor, he cannot feed her enough, so that she's always slim. Is that the case? The wife is about to give birth. And the baby is moving inside the womb. And all night the wife is turning and tossing, couldn't fall asleep. And the husband asks, what's going on? Because your son doesn't want to sleep. Oh, maybe the baby knows he's about to come out, so he's getting ready and packing. That's a joke. The former boyfriend sent me a text and asked me to attend his wedding.
淡定地回了3个字，
And I calmly replied, next
4个
time.
字，下次才去。
I'll go next time.
这个是有含义的啊，表示说
There's meaning here,
他又会分开，
which means that
又会再
they'll get divorced and marry again.
今天讲一点道果。
Let's talk a little bit about Lamdre.
心气平等，
When the mind chi is equally absorbed into
这个字凡字叫做毒，
the smoky color,
总之叫做
tu sit syllable, tu sit syllable of the animals,
旁生之结受为角，
its sensation is rather stupid and ignorant
敬畏
and indifference towards cleanliness versus filth.
多的狗，
The dance shows many kinds of dog, cow, and other animal behaviors. The mantra says all kinds of animal sounds. Then the mind sensation is the same as above. The 3 sightings are
生趣
seeing the ocean, living spaces of the animals, seeing whales and huge fish.
梦
One can guide others to see also. If one dreams of the above, then it is the dream sensation, a total of 7. This is very easy to
旁
explain.
生呢，就是畜生，
So the animal realms.
你不生为人，
You're not born as a human being. You fall into the animal realm.
旁生，旁生呢，有的是在陆地上，
Some live on the ground.
猪、
Cows, sheep,
鸭、鹅，
dogs, pigs,
那么
chickens, ducks,
就是鱼，
and those living in water, fish, shrimps,
多的
and many more.
东西都是属于水煮。
The water animals, whales, huge fish.
那么你主要把心气平等摄于旁生，
If you absorb the mind chi
入三昧地的时候啊，
into the animal realms, like in samadhi, you enter into the animal realms. The sit syllable is tu,
五一样的那个字，就叫做毒。
that looks like u.
旁生的结
It's
受
called
呢，
tu.
也就是鱼之，
And the sensation, spiritual sensation, is stupidity, foolishness, ignorance.
它干净跟污秽都分不出，
Cannot indifference toward cleanliness versus dirtiness.
狗、牛，
And in terms of dance, it would be
旁生的
the behaviors of dog, cows, and other animals, and the sounds of animal sound
有快递。
be sing.
咿呀咿呀哟，他在天边养小鸡。咿呀咿呀哟，叽叽叽，叽叽叽，叽叽叽叽叽叽叽。这个叽叽叽就是它的咒语。
So that's ji ji ji, ji ji ji, that's the mantra. It's for the chicken. Old MacDonald has a farm.
先生有快递。 他在天边养小羊，
He raised sheep.
咩咩咩
Me, me,
咩
me,
咩咩咩咩咩
me, 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 me.
这个咩啊，
The This me is the mantra.
咒语就是旁生的声音，接受现起一息。
So the mantra is the sounds of the animals.
有3种，见旁生气是大海的。
And the three sightings are seeing the ocean, living spaces of the animals. So, if in samadhi you enter into the ocean, you would be able to see whales and fish. Grandmaster once entered into the great ocean in samadhi, and the fish swim through my body and inside my body. Grandmaster had experienced that before. Seeing whales and fish, and one can guide others to see, and one dreams of the same thing, of the ocean. That would be the dream sensation. Total of 7. Next. Today I sang. That song wasn't bad, huh? Old MacDonald has a farm. So when you meditate, one time when I meditated, I've said it before, I was in my house in front of my altar in meditation, and yet I went to Safeway. I sat in the aisle of Safeway. You know, Safeways, rows after rows. I moved there inside Safeway and sat on the aisle, and everybody walked through me. I said this before. Everybody just walked through me, and I saw Peng Ling. So I look, oh, what time and what date is today? And then Peng Ling came to Seattle Temple. I told Peng Ling, on this date and time you were in Safeway, right? And you went to buy cheese. And Peng Ling said, oh, Grandmaster, how did you know? I saw Peng Ling went to buy cheese. I saw him. How could that happen? That was you were meditating in the human world, and you went to Safeway and sat there, and you had sensation. You saw Peng Ling. You saw people walking around and walking through you. So I entered Samadhi, and you entered into the human world. So if you enter into the animal world in meditation, I would go into the ocean, would sit at the bottom of the ocean. The mind and the chi is on the animal realms, is on the ocean. I would see the fish swimming through my body. And when I exit meditation, the fish is still inside your body. Oh no! I felt really bad. There's a fish inside my body. Then you have to meditate again and enter into the ocean again, and to let the fish swim out, and then you exit from your meditation. Therefore, there's a meditation called the water meditation. So when you meditate, you would enter into the water. And there is another meditation called the fire meditation. When we are performing Homa and you meditate, during Homa you enter into the fire. That's the fire meditation, or meditation amidst fire, meditation amidst water. So that's why when you meditate, and if you reach the heavenly realm, then you would go to heavens and you would be able to see heavenly beings and celestial maidens. Then, of course, in the future, we hope that our meditations would be fixed to the 4 holy realms, the 4 sagely realms, so that in the future, when we leave the world, we can also use the method of meditation, that you meditate and you would go directly to the 4 sagely realms, the realms of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Pratyeka Buddhas, and Arhats. So it depends on your power and ability of your meditation. So Grandmaster once meditated amidst the human world and also amidst the water. So that's about Lamdre. Last joke. There are 1.4 billion in China people. If someone gives me $1, if everybody gives me $1 each, I would be rich. The answer, don't be dumb. Definitely not. Why? If someone wants to give me money, why don't I want it? And the answer? Let me explain. 1.4 billion people in China, even if someone gives you $1, so by accepting $1, you need 1 second, so you need 1.4 billion seconds. That would be 44 years. So even if you don't eat or drink or sleep and continue accepting money 24 hours around the clock, it would require 44 years. And now you're 30 years old, and 44 years later you're 84. You would be 82. What use is the money? Is it to buy your tomb? There. 1.4 billion seconds. Is it really becomes 44 years? Uh-oh. Is it really? Yeah, that's right. That's right, 44 years. No, that's very so low. That's yeah, and calculate it at home. That's all for today. Oh, money, bear me home. We are very grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teachings. And now we will pay homage to the altar, and then this ends the English interpretation today.
今天呢，因为刚刚那个天气那个气候已经是零下了，请大家开车回去。
So now it's below zero already. So be careful when you drive later tonight. Just watch for the black ice on the road.
现在已经是零下了，所以呢，等下开车。
It's below zero already now. So please be careful when you drive home tonight.
师尊已经走到尊的前面，我们先做观想大礼拜。
等一下我。
礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，二拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，四平等一起手。我们现在恭请师尊师母跟尊的弟子们说再见。好，请。你好，
我爱你。
我们爱你。
感恩妈，我们爱你，是这，
好，我们等一下啦。谢谢大家，谢谢圣母弟子们。好，谢谢，下周见。
想你哦。
谢谢，拜拜。下个礼拜见。
谢谢。
等一下灌顶的时候呢，请大家一样的保持6尺的距离，谢谢大家。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛为与会大众做爱两名满法灌顶。请大家保持6尺的距离，谢谢。保持6尺的距离，谢谢。 6尺的距离，谢谢。请大家保持6尺的距离，谢谢。请大家保持6尺的距离，谢谢。还没有接受灌顶的同门，请你们赶快过来接受灌顶。让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛慈悲赐受爱染明王法灌顶。我们现在顶礼根本传承上师，感谢师尊。谢谢师尊，再次提醒大家。网络直播到此结束，非常感谢大家的收看。请大家呢